John. Remember, we are a community, and we are here for you all the time. 888-480-5646. And let's get to, before we get to our phone calls, let's get to, we've got, what do we have here? Dan, I'm losing track of everything because I forgot my printout. So I'm going to have to deal with this. The economy is booming, no doubt. Let's get to Kelly Loeffler yesterday talking about the SBA and all the small businesses that are opening up. That's going to be number 14. Roll it.
Small business owners are thrilled with this economy and the fact that gas prices are falling, oil prices at 4-month lows today. This is just the next step in rebuilding an economy that after 4 tough years of the Biden administration that massively regulated, put a war on energy, drove gas prices up to $5, small businesses are excited that this MOU is moving ahead, and only President Trump could have done it from a position of strength, making sure the strait reopened. Gas and oil prices are coming down, and we're going to continue to see more of that as these negotiations continue.
Well, she's absolutely correct. Dan, get up Scott Besson talking about the dollar. This is going to be 14B. There's no, I didn't number it, but it's right after Kelly. But Kelly's right. And small businesses expanding beyond belief. Now, here's the thing that just came out yesterday. The Postmaster General of the UPS, of the United Postal System, has said that they will not deliver, get this, they will not deliver, the U.S. Post Office will not deliver mail-out ballots to any state that has not turned over their voter list to the Department of Justice and the federal government. So they simply said, we're not delivering it. You guys want to, spend $1 bajillion and send out FedEx, I guess you could do that, but it ain't going through the mail because we don't know who it's going to. And until you give us a list and we match the list that are on the voter rolls of American citizens that are legal voters, that are registered legally, until we match that list with the address, we're not going to deliver them. Now, lawsuits will fly. Judges will have an injunction. It will go to SCOTUS. This has got to get to the Supreme Court, and they're going to rule in the post office's favor. No doubt about it. Because all the post office is saying is, if you're not complying with Trump's executive order, the federal mandate, to let the voter rolls in your state be scrutinized so that they are free of illegals and people that no longer live there, we're not going to mail these out. Because we don't know who the mail is going to. We're not going to do it. Now, he'll be sued, and 18 judges will overturn it in 3 days. And it'll make its way up to SCOTUS. But the problem is, they don't do a lot of rulings over the summer, right? Basically, at the end of June, that's it. So this is going to have to be an emergency session for them. They're going to have to take this up. And this is going to be another bellwether. It's off the radar screen right now. But look, if the SAVE Act passes, it doesn't matter. You got to get SAVE Act passed. And of course, Thune won't pass it because they're all scared because they'd rather be communist light. Like I said yesterday, the best analysis of John Thune and the communist light Republicans are asking for a cigarette in front of the firing squad to buy another 3 minutes of life. That's it. When the cigarette goes out, the bullets fly and you're dead. So you better take some real soft drags on that thing. That's managed decline. That's what we're faced with here. All right, let's get to Scott Besson, 14B, talking about the strength of this economy and the dollar. Take a listen.
Dollar dominance is essential, and everything President Trump is doing here is, if you look, the new Venezuela is invoicing in dollars. They're coming back onto the dollar system. They've been sanctioned. They were not allowed to translate or to transact in dollars, and now the dollar is going to be the centerpiece of their trade. They were selling discounted oil to China and not getting dollars. We're seeing in the Iranian negotiations, the Iranians will be invoicing in dollars. So everything we are doing is pushing the dollar back. It's never left as the centerpiece for the global currency system, but we're reinforcing it. I would anticipate when the Russia-Ukraine conflict ends, that Russia will want to come back in the dollar system because, again, the dollar, it's our liquidity, it's our capital markets, it's the depth and breadth. Everyone wants to be here. And I think many times, the great thing about the United States is we course correct when we go too far one way or the other. And I think we should not be shy about flexing where we have advantages, and where we have advantages, share with our allies and push back on those who are not aligned with us.
I mean, he's absolutely correct. He absolutely nailed it. Here's the thing. The dollar is strong. The economy is strong. The fake polls out there are on overdrive. Trump's underwater in the economy. Trump's only got 30%. Everybody hates him. They hate the reflecting pool. They hate the ballroom. The economy's in the tank. Everybody's miserable. These are fake polls. Stephanie is coming on today at 8:30. She's going to talk on them. They're all fake because the pillars of the economy are unbelievable. All right, let's get to the phone lines. Line one, John, New Jersey. John, go. You're live.
Hey, John. Real quick, it's not why I'm calling, but I just wanted to say, your question went everywhere. I'm so glad we have you there. And I'm actually so proud that I'm a loyal listener and you allow me to voice my opinion on the show. I can't tell you the pride that I feel. I just want to thank you. That question we needed that. Somebody needs to be asking those questions. The bottom line is, you're asking about MAGA 2.0. And I keep hearing you say that all day long. These senators and congressmen, I don't think they really understand what's coming for them. Trump, God bless his heart, and I love him to death, but he's a moderate. He's a nice guy. What's coming up behind Trump is guys like me. Liz Cheney is going to look like a close race compared to what we're going to do to John Thune when he's up for re-election. Those people in South Carolina, those senators, they're gone. I'll move to the state to march and pound on doors to get these people removed. So the bottom line is they just better bide their time, because what's coming up behind Trump is not going to be pretty for them. MAGA 2.0 is to the right of right. And, we're fired up and we're tired of this thing, and we want our country back. We have children, families. We're not letting this go. This is the greatest country in the world. And if you really understand our opponent, they're idiots. They call off their marches when it rains. It's insane what we're up against. They have no critical thinking skills. They have no morality. They have no God. You couldn't ask for a better opponent. This is the weakest of the weak. You separate one of these people from the herd, and they're sitting there with their thumb in their mouth, wetting their diapers. So the bottom line is, like I said, that's MAGA 2.0.
Fighters, not John Thune, not Cassidy, not the people in the Senate. The people that are fighters are what we're looking for. And this is what it is. And we have to be the tip of the spear. This is what I'm telling. And I'm looking for a thought leader with resources to join me in this effort, right? A thought leader. And my vision is, I'm going to tell you what it is. So I'm very transparent, John. I have a vision. And my vision is that mantle is carried by Heritage and Heritage Action. Now, why the Heritage Foundation? Because all the old guard quit. All the board members that were, Reaganites and traditional Republicans, Rove, George Bush, this Bush, some Bush, that Bush, right? Romney, they're all gone. Why? Because Dr. Kevin Roberts, who took it over, is a populist. And because he took it over and he's a populist and they don't like the direction the Heritage Foundation has gone, all the board members quit and a lot of their money dried up. A lot of their donors went. They got to get new donors. So the Heritage Foundation, I believe, with Dr. Roberts, is in a position to rebrand themselves as the thought leader of MAGA 2.0. And that's what I've been encouraging them to do right here in DC. I think I'm getting somewhere. Not there yet, but I'm getting somewhere. CPAC can't do it. CPAC puts on events. They're part of it, right? But all these other organizations, like America First Policies Institute, great organization, but that is a very necessary and important parking garage for future Trump appointees. That's really what that is. I mean, they're not sitting and having meetings and figuring what to do, right? They come on the radio shows. They have a title. It's an organization. They contribute. Every movement needs an American First Policies, but you need an internal organization that can raise money, that can become the thought and action leaders for the new movement. And I think Dr. Roberts has that opportunity. Now, I'm with him. A lot of people have abandoned him. I had nothing and no interest to do with Heritage Foundation 1.0. Staid, boring, traditional Republican, Reaganism, cut taxes. That's it. Hated tariffs, the whole thing. Roberts is different. So that's my vision. Whether or not I can pull it off, I have no idea, but I'm going to die trying, as they say. So all good. Now, another thing I want to say, and then I'll move on. Yesterday in the White House, again, every single time I have an opportunity to engage with President Trump, he spent another 10 minutes on Washington, D.C. And if you don't think they get my stuff, here's what he said. In 18 months, I've turned Washington, D.C. in the safest, cleanest, most beautiful city in America. There's nothing like it, maybe in the world. It is a showcase, he said, of the Northeast and of the country. And I'm sitting there smiling at myself saying, who's been saying that for the last 6 months? Me. So they're even getting the words down now. So we have a lot of impact here. And Washington, D.C., he's not, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to say this on D.C. Dispatch, he is not going to let Janice Lewis George and Silverman and these people come to the council and dismantle everything he's done. He will get rid of home rule so fast your head will spin, and he's got the votes. Because nobody wants to go back to the squalor and the filth of D.C. and the tents and the needles and the crime. We don't want to go back. They're not going to take us back because he will end it. John, I'll give you the final word.
No, I mean, you're saying people from the Heritage Foundation left. I'm listening to you. They left because there's no future for them. Not in this party. And that's why. These aren't stupid people. They understand there's just no future for them anymore. The bottom line is we better really start to look at what happened in New York. I don't think they get exactly what we're dealing with, to be honest with you. You get it. I mean, these people hate you. They hate our country. To be honest with you, I don't even know how. It baffles me why we're allowing they're treasonous statements that have obviously majority have lied on their naturalization forms when they said, yes, I pledge allegiance to the Constitution of the United States. We really need to start looking at these people and denaturalizing them to remove them. This is seditious, treasonous behavior, but that's for another subject. The bottom line, though, is MAGA 2.0, they better get ready for us. And there's, you'll have no problem. You tell me where to send the check. And by the way, me and the wife are coming for a nice weekend in October to D.C. now that I feel safe, and I want to get in touch with you, possibly.
Listen, you text me. You got my number, right? You text me a week before you're coming. Ann and I'll make reservations. We'll take you to our favorite place for dinner. I look forward to meeting you and Michelle. And yes, we would love love a donation. I will be happy to send you where to send the check. I'm not shy about that because we got a lot on our plate. We have to expand. There's a lot of things going on. We're hiring people. MAGA 2.0. You're either in the game or not, right? And it's what I said. Somebody asked me the other day. It was a great question about, I think it was Anthony. How come you kind of talk about the clickbaiters and are we on the same team? I said, yeah, we are. I just explained why we're free, what that business model is and what that influences you to have to do because you're compromised, right? And the beauty of this company is just let everybody know, the beauty of this company is the freedom that we have to have your voice get on the air unfettered and unabated. We have no corporate hierarchy to answer to. We have no investors telling us what to do. We have no one benefactor, complaining about us and saying, do this, do that. We don't have any of that. This is why this network is so different. We don't have any of the things that anybody else has. So therefore, Ann and I built something to ensure freedom. And the freedom translates back to our audience like you. And everybody knows that. And so that's why we're different. Are we the biggest? No. Will we ever be? No. Are we going to make the most money? Absolutely not. Can't do it within our model. Can we make enough money in order to make a living and go forward? Yes. If it's about maximum money, maximum profit, maximum this, maximum that, we'd have to have a different model that gets thousands and thousands of dollars a day in clicks. And we don't do that. That's not our model. Because then you're a slave to that particular audience. And if you don't do exactly what they want or tell them exactly what they want to hear, the clicks stop and your money dries up. That's the difference. Big difference, John. So thank you. Thank you for noticing that. Look forward to meeting you and Michelle. And thank you for the donation. John, Jersey. Good man. John, thanks. Can't wait to meet. Okay, let's get to Tim in Hopewell, Virginia. Tim, you're live.
Hey, John, how are you this morning, my brother? How are you doing?
Good,
Look,
Tim.
it's about mail-in ballots. I've been calling your show.
Go ahead.
And I've been telling it's about mail-in ballots. I've been calling your show, and I've been telling you that case Watson versus RNC is getting ready to drop. And about your last comment, they've already tipped a hand about the Postal Service. They commented that the Postal Service, third-party carriers, and FedEx are not election officials as per law. They said when you do early ballots, you go to your polling station, you register the office, it's counted, it's sealed, it's already tabulated. They said you can go to your HOA, get $100,000 from your neighbor, send it through the mail. There's no accountability. I'm telling you, when that case drops, it's going to upend this race, and that's the whole crux of this coming election is these mail-in ballots. I'm telling you, that's going to be the key to this.
So the UPS, the postmaster yesterday said he's not going to allow the United States Postal Service to deliver mail-out ballots to states that have not turned over the voting list to the Department of Justice as requested in the executive order. Will that hold?
Correct.
Will that hold?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because the court's already tipped a hand and said that they don't consider the Postal Service as elections officials as far as handling mail-in ballots because there's no safeguard. In this case, this entire issue has flew under the radar screen. Your guests haven't caught on to it. The mainstream media hasn't caught on to it. It flew under the case right before the redistricting battle here in Virginia that everybody was fighting. So I'm telling you, Watson versus RNC, they're getting ready to release it, and it is going to upend this race like a tsunami.
Tim, you nailed it. Once again, you have been on the forefront of this. You were the leader saying it. Hey, by the way, there's a station in Hopewell that just came up for sale. Should I buy it?
Yes.
What is it? WHO or something?
WHAP is a small radio station. It's been around for probably 60 plus years, but they sold it. But yeah, I would buy it.
Does it have any
It's
listeners?
probably inexpensive.
Does it have any listeners?
See, I don't know. They kind of dwindled over the years. You could probably get it cheap to probably revive it.
Oh yeah, I'll get it cheap. Look, do me a favor, Tim. I don't know anything about it. The next time you're in your car, just tune it in. Tell me how it sounds.